From broken items to illegal blocks, mobs, and mechanics, here are the most cursed things you can see in Minecraft. Like these illegal sand blocks that when placed, fall up instead of down. Cactus and sugarcane can even still be planted on them and will start to grow downwards. Not only that, but stone blocks absolutely refuse to be placed properly. While if you craft 4 wood blocks together, you'd get these all sides logs, which is bad enough. But then there's the poor sniffer. They now have such a hard time breathing with their ancient lungs that they'll need an oxygen tank just to survive. They can't even eat properly, as feeding them food like a nice juicy steak gives them indigestion, making them bloat up. And if you keep feeding them, they won't stop growing! Oh, also, be careful, because if they're attacked while they're wearing an oxygen tank, they'll explode. Much safer to scoop them up in a bucket instead. While it's normally restricted to fish and such, with the Bucketable mod, players can now right-click any mob to capture them. From villagers and camels to creepers and even endermen? I thought they hated water. That's not all though. No matter the size, any mob can be bucketed. Even the Ender Dragon. Huh. Well, that was easy. There's only one thing to do now. All right, in you go. Oh yeah, everyone needs a good dance once in a while, so it's good to see Minecraft's mobs getting into it. With the Every X Dance mod, whenever a hostile mob kills something, a villager survives a raid, or passive mobs breed, they'll bust a move in celebration. Whoa! Oh yeah! Although, I think we still need to dial up the cursed levels even more! Oh, that is pretty cursed. This is the work of the Cursed Edition resource pack that not only makes every single one of Minecraft's mobs look, well, incredibly cursed, but also randomizes their textures for even more horrific variety so that no 2 mobs look the same. Ew. Oh, thankfully though, you could always craft yourself some string tools. As ridiculous as it sounds, these tools are actually pretty useful, as each one contains the power of Silk Touch. Better yet, you can also craft string boots that allow the wearer to walk through cobwebs unhindered. These items are amazing, and they're unbreakable. Oh, they actually break very quickly. Good thing I have a full stack of 65 string. Wait, what? 65? Ah, now it's a stack of 100? Now 1,000? Oh, this must be the work of the Stacker mod. It allows players to adjust the stack sizes of their items higher or lower than the standard 64. Though, what's even more cursed is that it can be raised to go up to 1 billion! I'll never run out of inventory space again. Huh? Who's there? Oh, that must be the cursed rascal. Ooh, he's got an awfully bad posture. Probably not taking care of himself after losing that mob vote. Let's fix that. Once a chiropractic bed is placed, the rascal will come out of hiding and lie down. Then you just gotta jump on his back a bit, and there! Hey, now you're back in shape. Just like this spruce sphere. It's one of many cursed shapes we can build with, thanks to the YouTuber 8-Sided Square. You got skulk screws, bone cones, pumpkin pyramids, and even a diamond? But just don't craft using that totally normal crafting table. It still works the same as the original. I just think you'd rather craft with this door cutter block, because this cursed looking stone cutter variant allows players to cut doors in half to create half doors. Coming in every variety of door, these short kings are great for a normal sized door that you only want half open, or a smaller door that you can crawl through. No way the mobs are getting through there. You can also craft yourself a door launcher to use these smaller doors as projectiles that deal massive damage. Back, you savages! Now I bet you're all wondering, why doesn't he just sleep through the night? Well, that's because I'm stuck with this reverse bed. While you can technically still sleep on it, it really isn't comfortable. And instead of letting you sleep through the night, it's used to sleep through the day, which, you know, is what every player wants to do. I was being sarcastic. What the? Ah! What? The zombies are breaking in! I gotta get out of here! Oh, whew. Wait, what They can build now? Yep, they can build now. The Brain Upgrades mod adds some extra cursed behaviors to make mobs more difficult. Skeletons will quickly back away from the player and dodge arrows, while spiders shoot webs to slow you down. It can quickly get overwhelming, so players should prepare with one of these cursed glares. They'll let players know when monsters are nearby or when a place is too dark by shaking with anger until eventually whipping out an air horn. Stop! And if you don't place any lights in time, then they'll pull out cymbals and start clashing them together. Still, if you continue to ignore them, well, then it's all over for you. I'm sorry! So, it's a good thing they stick to the caves, while you explore the high seas in one of many new boats. Even a door boat? Well, shift right clicking on boats will allow you to add any block as a passenger, and most have their unique functions, like crafting tables, ender chests, and redstone blocks like dispensers and TNT. It doesn't stop some of these from looking any less cursed, though. And that flat pig isn't helping things either. Another good way to curse any Minecraft world, this mod makes all living entities render as flat moving images, which can get especially trippy when walking around a lively village or fighting any mobs, especially the Ender Dragon. Originally inspired by Minecraft's 2019 April Fool's joke, I think it probably should have stayed a joke. Can't say the same for these villagers though, as now, whenever a player holds out an item they desire, nearby villagers' heads will rise out of their chests in intense interest.
Ooh, I'll trade you a diamond.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll trade you 2 diamonds.
Well, 2 is more than 1, so
No, I'll trade you this block of dirt.
I'll take the 2 diamonds.
Oh.
But what if you actually wanted to take all their diamonds? Well, normally, raids are reserved for the pillagers. However, now you can join them by placing an ominous banner on your head. Immediately, you'll call a rideable ravager and pillagers to your aid. Then, it's time to start stealing, killing, and blowing stuff up. Just don't think the villagers are gonna hide, as they'll start pulling out swords to defend themselves.
Defend the village! Oh!
Though, with the help of this cursed allay, you can take pillaging to the next level. See, like your standard allay, these guys can collect items for you and dance to some tunes. But unlike normal allays, if given a lead, these guys will fly around and begin capturing any mob they can find, which can get pretty ridiculous pretty quickly. At least those chickens can fly, because if it was another mob, oof. Still, they might be able to help you find one of the many new cursed tools. Or you could just craft some yourself with an upside-down recipe. Players can gain access to gear like the Cursed Diamond Sword, which levitates any creature you hit, or the Cursed Diamond Pickaxe that can break multiple blocks at the same time. Just don't mess around with the Cursed TNT, because when this TNT explodes, it causes a burning effect to nearby entities too, which can quickly get out of hand. A cow head! Yeah, one more for my collection. See, the More Heads mod adds in heads for every mob that didn't already have one, each being fully placeable and wearable. Haha, I'm a villager.
Oh, that is disgusting!
Though you can even wear the small ones, like cats, chickens, and axolotls. Gives you another thing to collect, especially as every head can be combined with another to make them bigger. And you can just keep on collecting and combining until you have the biggest head of them all! Ha 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 ha! Fear me!
And I thought we had big noses! Send in the golem!
Golem? Oh, haha, it's just a cursed copper golem. They love to press buttons, no matter what. Or if you wanted to distract them longer, you could always craft yourself a copper keyboard. They'll rush to it and just start pushing buttons randomly, typing gibberish into the game chat, which can get pretty spammy. But what's more cursed is you can give them pickaxes and they'll start to go crazy, randomly breaking any blocks they can find.
Oh!
Even they could never destroy this crooked house though. Thanks to the new wrench tool, players can tilt, move, and rotate blocks in any direction. You can also copy or paste blocks, even this house, which is technically just this one block, meaning I can walk through it, move it, and rotate it to get a crooked house. But then there's the pump. Crafted with the poor pufferfish, it allows players to inflate a block size in any direction, even straight up. And you can really stretch them out. Or, if you crouch, you can shrink any block instead. I wonder how this will work with the house. Oh no. Well, thank goodness none of those new baby mobs were inside. Aw, aren't you guys just adorable? Now, baby zombies and villagers have been around for a while now. So it's only fair that the rest of Minecraft's mobs get baby versions too. And they can be really tricky to fight, though some just don't look right. I think I'd rather just grow my own mobs. That's right. With the proper seeds found throughout the world, anyone can grow their own mobs. Whether land animals or sea creatures, you'll never waste precious resources on breeding ever again. Because given enough time, you can easily have any mob at your disposal, and then turn them into one of many stupid weapons. Like this chicken strapped to a stick that launches eggs, this spider stick that shoots webbing, or this anvil catapult that catapults anvils. Though by far the stupidest of all these weapons is the villager rocket. Craft and combine all three parts for a rocket that can be programmed to launch anywhere.
Hey, do you ever think about the Roman Empire? Yeah, what?
Poor pillagers, though I think they have enough outposts. With the many more structures mod, players can change just how many structures will spawn in their worlds, which can give some pretty cursed looking results.
Where is my house?
Not only in the overworld, but in the nether and the end as well. And with so many end cities, flying around with an elytra is nearly impossible. Ow! But why fly when you can walk? This mod brings back the original derpy walking animation used in early Minecraft, causing you and your friend's arms to flail around like mad. Though, while it looks really goofy, it's still not as cursed as this Big Steve. Found randomly throughout the overworld, this incredibly buff Steve can be tamed with some diamonds to help protect you from any mob that dares attack. Not only that, but if you right-click him, you can even ride on his chest. This looks weird. Regardless, you can control him, almost like a mech, as he'll move wherever you want while attacking whenever you do. And just look at all those hearts. I love Buff Steve so much, in fact, that I drew him with this new crayon item. Great for customizing your builds. These items can be crafted from honeycomb, paper, and a glow ink sac to draw on any surface. They can even be dyed with different combinations to get the exact colors you want. Enough to even draw this fake diamond on a dirt block.
Ew, dirt!
I know, diamonds shouldn't be dirt, but netherite shouldn't be baked into a cake either, and look where that's got us. Now, while a nether ore-filled cake might sound unappetizing and even dangerous, well, that's because it is. Once crafted, these cakes can be eaten to provide players with a random status effect, which can be literally anything, from swiftness or poison to even making you glow. Yum! Metal poisoning! Actually, it might be safer to just hand it over to this cursed tough golem. Like their original mob vote incarnations, these guys can hold and display items for you. But unlike those originals, these ones hate item frames. Ah! Stop! Look, I understand you feel threatened by them, but I'm not gonna replace you with an item frame. I promise, okay? Ah! That's it! I'm using my stone cutter! Yeah, that's right. They should be terrified. Because while stone cutters are great for letting us customize our stone, they don't actually break stone blocks. Well, until now. Because when paired with a piston, these world cutters could be pushed around to destroy any block in its path like a drill, even if pushed sideways or downwards. If paired with a flying machine, they'll just start carving through anything in their path.
Time for a nap. Wait, what's that sound?
He'll be fine. Now, this cow, on the other hand, sorry, pal, need the leather. Ugh, you are not a looker. It's better than killing you, though, right? While sheep can be sheared, they shouldn't have all the fun. And shearing cows is a great way to get resources without a sword. The only problem is, the leather isn't gonna grow back. But as long as they stay out of the cold, they should be fine. Just be careful with those shears, as the phrase "don't run with scissors" applies here too. If held, you'll take sustained damage when sprinting, swimming, or falling. You'll even get custom death messages if you're not careful, which is especially hard with the Everything Infinite Ice mod. It turns every block in Minecraft into an infinitely slippery surface, not just for you, but for other mobs and items too. Whoa! Aha! Gotcha! Well, guess I'm not getting that. Because your velocity constantly increases too, you can find yourself practically flying on flatter surfaces. Whoa! Still better than dealing with a ghast cow, though. A mini-boss of sorts. It's summoned into existence when a ghast kills a renamed cow.
What did you do to my Bessie?
That one spawned. It's a battle to the death. Much like fighting a ghast, but dialed up to 11. A clash with this terrible titan is tough. That is, unless you have one of Narfi's many new dumb potions, like the Potion of Titan, that makes the player that consumes it grow! Then there's the Potion of Shape-Shifting, allowing players to transform themselves into any random mob. Or there's the Potion of 17 that gives the player like every effect under the sun. I don't know whether to be happy or worried. Just do not drink the Potion of 1,000 blocks, because if you do, you'll quickly find yourself launched into the sky. And the return trip isn't gonna be pretty. No! Though, once your inventory is filled with empty potion bottles, make sure to finish them off. Yum! Ow! Ugh. Eating bottles is a great way to prevent your inventory from getting all clogged up. Plus, even if it deals a little damage, it still restores one whole hunger point. Ow! Though it doesn't hurt as much as looking at those stone salves. These cursed-looking inverted slabs come with a host of other weird blocks and building mechanics that'll make your head spin. Like these vertically placed fences, completely useless for keeping animals in. Just be careful when cutting stone, as they can now be cut into quarter chunks, which can then be cut into smaller stone fragments, and you can just keep on crafting them down and down until you get this smallest stone bit. It's so small. Though if ruining friendships is more intriguing, why not throw a lead on a player when they're not looking? Since leads are normally reserved for animal mobs, they'll be confused when they start getting yanked around thanks to the leashable players mod. If you're in creative mode, you can even pick them up and drag them around. Yoink! It's especially easy to snag them if you hide in plain sight. And with the box trot mod, players can just put a barrel on their head to disguise themselves from mobs and players alike. Then they can walk around all sneaky-like, only hiding inside the block once they're standing still.
Did I just hear someone laugh?
The barrel will even open up when a player interacts with it too, to fool them further.
Must be going crazy. Ah!
You're not going crazy, Ned. That's a ceiling torch. And while it is pretty cursed to see torches placed like this, it is a great way to make sure they never break from an unexpected flood in the mines. Plus, it works with all torches, so that's something. What the? Where did all the cubes go? Oh no! It's all smooth! quite the sight to behold. The No Cubes mod completely overhauls the look of Minecraft by smoothing over most natural blocks, creating some insane landscapes. This might just be the most cursed thing yet. Caves look way creepier. The Nether is just gross, and the end, it actually doesn't look that much different. Thankfully though, building blocks are safe from the smoothing, so structures and player bases will still look the same. Unless you use these diagonal glass panes! Look at this madness! Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. I actually kind of like these. Ooh! It even works with fences. You can never leave. And it works with walls. Ziggity zaggity. Ah! What the heck, dude? Sorry, I just got this cool air horn from the Loud Horns mod. It's okay. Just don't do that again. Really? It's a clown horn! You know these things lure in nearby mobs, right? I do now! Ah! Cut to the next one! It's the Nether, but flooded? The Flooded Nether is a mod that replaces every air pocket in the hellish, fiery Nether with water. You know, that thing that usually gets burnt up in a second. Seeing the Nether like this is honestly pretty insane, as long as you've got a water-breathing potion to keep you alive long enough to admire it. Oof. Poor Blazes never stood a chance, though. Kinda like me, as I stand here, watching that anvil come falling right towards me. Ow! That smarts. But now, I'm tiny, see? With the help of the Squished mod, players that find themselves under a gravity-affected block like sand or anvils will get squished down based on its weight. Really funny to walk around all short-like, while the server serves up dad jokes. This mod adds in a large collection of the most cheesy, punny, corny, groan-worthy, but sometimes funny jokes that'll pop up in the chat whenever you join the world or server. Though, you can also spam them with a command to annoy the heck out of your friends.
I can't take this anymore!
Huh. Well, it's a good thing Ned left because the chaos is starting. Entropy is a mod that starts a countdown timer as soon as you enter your world. And once it reaches the end, a random event will occur every 30 seconds. These events can be just about anything and will be combined with each other to make your Minecraft experience progressively more and more cursed. And with more than 120 events for the game to choose from, you'll never know what to expect. Ah! Like this random video! I should probably click it, just to be safe.